Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope that it's going good. Here, I can hit this. We're gonna do our usual thing and let some people sneak in and join us. I tell you, man, the theme of this stream is timing. Timing is everything. But I got a special surprise for you here. And we're going to start at the top of the hour. And it does have some copyrighted music stuff in it, which ideally is supposed to keep us away from having any ads pop up. And hopefully it won't, hey guys, hopefully it won't kick us off the air like it did that one time with the dancing nuns. And I don't have 100% permission for one little snippet towards the front of this, so I'm going to cover it up. But you guys kick back. When you come in, tell us where you're from. Love you guys. Have missed you these last 2 weeks. But this is just for y'all.
Now that you're going out into the world, there's something you should know. You see that?
Yeah?
That's shit. And this is Shinola.
Shit. Shinola.
Son, you're gonna be all right.
I'm actually pretty proud of this intro.
Morons. I've got morons on my team.
No, I don't want you behind me. I want to see your ass. This whole ride.
Worked all week, I just want to have fun. So I call up the crew and get it done. We don't back down, no sir, we don't run. You can kiss our ass if you want our guns. A fine Southern Belle on my passenger side. And a couple of cases of brewskis on ice. Yeah, to wash down all the liquor and the shine. I tell you it's going down tonight.
Hey, Lord, whatever I done, don't strike me blind for another couple of minutes.
The city, me, Connor, and Diddy off in the holler with Austin. We big Boston with Grizzly. Come on.
You know, there's gonna be sex, drugs, rock and roll, chips, dips, chains, whips.
Hey, Crypto Joni, how are you doing, sweetheart? Robert, Kundalini, Jose, hidden disclaimer, the other Jose, Dr. Ed, Sandman, Kinsey. Hey, Patricia from the Netherlands, working. And Jose, how's it going? We're going to start at the top of the hour. Let's rock and roll.
My tattooed queen, she loved that Kid Rock, Johnny Cash and Bruce Springsteen.
What knockers? Oh, thank you, Doctor.
I like the French braids in your hair and them faded blue jeans that you wear. I like to watch you shoot your guns, and I like the way you love having fun. Oh baby, oh baby.
I have a head for business and a bod for sin. Is there anything wrong with that?
Got a couple great kids that keep me right in a sweet southern
Venezuela in the house. Pound them lights. How many we got in here? We got 11 in here. We got 10 more minutes, but we'll probably end a little bit early.
Hell of a view from my back porch, and I own everything inside my fence. Yeah, redneck Rick.
Welcome to the mid-tempo, you know what that means. Chicken grilling, frog gigging, sipping on that sweet tea. Granddaddy's Mossberg, bringing home that clean meat. Sneaking through the woods straight, covered up in real tree. Bug knife swinging on my belt like a wind chime. Strolling down a dirt trail, rolling up a good times. Glock 40 tackle box and a trot line. Cooler full of Budweiser and a jar full of moonshine. Plucking on the 6-string, chilling on the tailgate. Parked around the bonfire, sipping on a cold drink.
Look at this. Notes and everything, guys.
Parking while I'm loading up my 12 gauge. Way down in the cut where we bounce around on them mud grips. Raised up on the river, we slicker than wet catfish. Never seen us coming, but bet that they gonna see this. Trailer made till I'm in my grave, we on this Tennessee shit.
They never saw us coming, now they gon' see this. We worked hard for it, you can't believe it. Yeah, we sip, shine, and keep it weed lit. We on that Tennessee shit. They never saw us coming, now they gon' see this. We worked hard for it.
And Dr. Ed, if I somehow missed you in the howdies, I apologize. How are you, my brother?
We on that Tennessee shit.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Hey, Sheer, how are you doing, my brother?
Well, you know it's rough when you live in a country.
Moron. I've got morons on my team.
This simple man with my girl ran off with my friend. Damn, that's
But you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dane.
Yes, I know that.
Every penny and a tattoo right there on her back.
She tried to take the whole damn farm and even my pontoon. She thinks she got the gold mine.
Oh,
They
no.
gave me the shaft.
Come on, Judge.
I gotta have more cowbell.
All said and done, I'll be the one that's laughing.
Hey, Professor J.
Play all night till the sun comes up for the beer on ice. It's gone.
Give me another beer.
Feels like I'm living a country song.
That was my skull. I'm so wasted.
Country song. Yeah, country.
Well, Lottie frickin' God!
Life got hard for this simple man. And you know my girl ran off with my friend. Passed
Beautiful naked big titted women just don't fall out of the sky, you know.
We're going to start in 6 minutes, or whenever this little thing ends. We're up to 17 now. Howdy and welcome to everybody.
And living in a van down by the river.
Got drinks ice cold, girls red hot. All my redneck buddies headed right to the spot. So jump right in, you know the water's fine. We gon' have us a country fine hell of a time. So load up your trucks and bring all your friends.
I gotta have more cowbell.
My weed and my lighter, now I know my duty. Stay humble, stay high, blow like who that.
Get off the babysitter.
Better believe that. Them old creek banks is where I be at. Crack the cold ones, sit back and roll one. Rednecks, it takes one to know.
And Crypto Johnny, I just read your message that you're only going to be here for a short while. Know that all of our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family right now. Much love, sweetheart. Hope everything's going all right.
slowly dropping them landmines. Flame in my hand, let's make us one of them wild. Cranking up the Kid Rock, everybody turning heads. 35s humming.
Sorry I had to fight in the middle of your Black Panther party.
To the county cops, got a lot of haters in a county line zone, but that's so weird, cause I'm sitting on my throne. You ain't doing it how I'm doing it, so go talk that lottie-dottie. I be
Here's you, here's that, there's you,
chopping them
there's
shitties up in Dallas and Cambo. Rather drive a truck than a brand new Lambo.
Hey, Lord, whatever I done, don't strike me blind for another couple of minutes.
My ears open, heard stories that are ancient to the 10th time they told us. When adrenaline, I know you want more.
I am the clit.
Oh no! Well, oh no! What do they say? Best laid plans, huh? Best laid plans. I hit the number.
In my lighter, now I know my duty. Stay humble, stay high, blow like who that.
Get off the babysitter.
Unbelievable. I hit the number and it affected the hotkey. Sorry about that.
Back and roll one, rednecks, it takes one to know one. Back row beer cans, rattle the drum lines, and you can come along if you can handle the drunk guys.
What? You got an idea?
We could make a porno.
Not the idea I was looking for.
But here I stand.
All right, I can't get away from typing and hitting the the hotkeys. So we're going to go ahead and get started about 5 minutes early. We got 19 people in here. How is everybody? How is everybody? I hope you're doing wonderful, man. I hope you're doing wonderful. I tell you, it was an incredible last 11 days. Usually when I take these trips, which has turned out to be quarterly, usually about an hour and a half from the house, the emotions start getting unzipped. And, as you start wallowing through them up to your knees sometimes, it can be a little overwhelming. And that last hour and a half of every drive that I've taken after one of these little getaways has been incredible. This one was much more involved on many different levels. I mean, it started off, I've been on a bucket list chase now for the last 3 years, thanks to Tyler and some good timing and some balls on my side, but mainly to Tyler. The last 3 years has been nothing but a bucket list hunt. And I will tell you, I was hoping I was going to get to talk to Kinsey on screen here, so I have somebody to talk to in real life, in real time. But for me right now, for this trip, there's still a lot of emotional unpacking going on, and so there's a lot of emotions real close to the surface. So you're going to get the real me this stream. And hey, if there's times that I got to pause to do that, I hope you guys hang with me and don't make fun of me for being a pussy. But it started off, I'm going to go skydiving. I'm going to go jump out of a perfectly good airplane. And then I'm going to go spend 3 days in Chico and spend some time with Tyler. And if he's up for it, do an interview with my mentor and the person that's had such an impact on my personal life. It was a dream come true. And then 2 weeks before it was time to leave, I started talking to this chick. And then this trip became all about this chick. And oh yeah, I'm going to jump out of an airplane. I'm going to go talk to Tyler. And for the handful of you that know the pre-story on this, I'm going to ask you not to dox the situation or the girl, because I've kind of made an unofficial bid to adopt her as the Chico Army mascot. And you guys always go, hey, how come there's no chicks in crypto? And hey, how come there's no this? You guys, if she does come around, she hasn't said yes yet. And I didn't realize that she was also a celebrity, but there's other people that have to clear shit. So y'all act like you've been around a chick before. Now, she may come back and say, hey, you know what? I got to pass on this. And that's cool. But y'all don't fuck it up before it even starts by being assholes. I'll tell you about it. But it was an incredible experience. But let's start off with a little bit of crypto, since we're a crypto channel, right? Actually, before I do that, let me run back through y'all's comments. Oh, and Dr. Ed, what movie were you talking about? The Jerk or Cool Hand Luke? Haynes from Finland. It's funny, Crypto Joni. I thought that said for a few white boys to load up the car. Thanks for the interview with Tyler. So refreshing to see another side of you guys. Well, here, I guess I can put the... until the comments show up so that y'all can see the questions. Yeah, it was so much fun. Oh yeah, I love The Jerk, man. I love that movie, The Jerk. It was so much fun, but it was also so much fun just to hang out with him for a couple of days and watch the fights and just, hang and chill, and when he was doing his research, I kind of sat back and did my thing. I didn't need to be a hindrance. I wanted to be there to help. And it turned out that the help that he needed was some in-person bonding. And so, hey, that is no problem for me. So I got to be a little selfish, but the interview itself was just fun. Now, I could have chopped that down and made it shorter, but I thought y'all would want to see the stuff with Hank and just him being a regular, real person. I thought that y'all would enjoy that, and it meant so much to me on a personal level to be able to do that. And so when editing that, it became, oh my gosh, I got to make sure that this is all good. But jumping out of the airplane, if you haven't seen it, I got the video right here, the skydiving, and I just posted what they gave me. I had a cool instructor. She was a lot of fun, just a lot of fun. And then this is the interview with Tyler, which was a lot of fun. And I also did one ghost hunting thing over in Virginia City. Sorry. I had to go back and check out a ghost hunting experience from a couple of years ago. But it was just an incredible, incredible week. And I'll tell you, I would stack these last 3 years, bear market included, up against the 1,200 other best days of my life. And these last 3 years come out on top. And it's not even close. It's been a whole lot of fun. But when I started this journey 3 years ago, and y'all got to meet the little gal that was renting a room from me there for a while, and she was a partner on some of these journeys with me. In the beginning, I told her, I don't want to do this unless there's an underlying message, for the greater good. And she says, okay, what's that message? And I said, you know what? I don't know. And if you were to ask me that same question after a year of it, it was the last year I've spent time reconnecting with friends of mine from 25, 30 years ago, sometimes longer, college roommates. And oh my God, just don't let those people that are dear and close to you ever get away. Always stay anchored into those really positive relationships. And as I started going out and squeezing crypto into these trips, it really shifted from, hey, let me get the hottest chick doing this, to, you know what, let me go out and find these souls. Let me go out and find these bright, shining souls and put my chip in their dip for a little bit, because almost like one of those temporary charging stations for these electric cars type deal. And when I made that mental decision, the journey got so much more fun. It got so much more fun. Like I said, getting kidnapped by this young lady. And to the son of a gun. And I don't know if you were just yanking my chain or busting my chops, or if you were trying to get under my skin, but several weeks ago, when Rio Grande and I went to a show, I had recorded this fiddle player and said, wow, from back here, she's really, really pretty, but from up close, she's a pretty good fiddle player. The response was, hey, she's 20 years younger than you. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this story, but I will tell you this. This gal was 30 years younger than me, so fuck you. When my buddy Dave and I were doing our road trip, it was, there were times when we were going by these great scenic overlooks, Or, we'd see this beautiful view before we ever saw the scenic overview. And it was like, oh, do we pull in there? And sometimes, or do we, well, actually at this point was, do we turn around and go back and pull in there? And sometimes the answer was, yeah. Do we really want to see more rocks? Do we really want to see another angle of these mountains or another angle of this? And sometimes the answer was, yeah. And we turned around and went back. But, it was a 30-day road trip. So sometimes the answer to that was, no, man, we got to keep moving. And the mantra was, okay, man, that was just for us. That was just for us. At the end of the day, we were going back to wherever we were staying, and basically I had the camera running out the window, and we kind of did a recap, and some of them we freaking nailed. But I talk with my hands sometimes, and with the new iPhones, you can turn off the camera when you talk with your hands. And again, hey, you know what? That was just for us. And so there's a lot on this trip that I just finished. That there's most of it that was just for us, and a lot of that goes to the time with Tyler, and with this young lady as well. It was amazing to me to be talking to somebody that much younger than me, but with that much snap and new like pop culture references from my generation, and just smart as a whip. And somehow to say, hey, what turns me on is brains. And somehow, even though I'm having to Google some of the shit that she's saying, she thinks that I'm one of the smart guys. In this weird upside down universe, a girl with that kind of mental head on her shoulders that looks like that thinks that about me. It was incredible. I kept waiting for Ashton Kutcher to come out and go, all right, guys, cut. He's had enough. But yeah, I went parachuting. We landed. She wanted to hear all about it because she wasn't able to do it. But then we went horseback riding up in the mountains. It was just the most incredible 10 days I've ever had. But we are a crypto channel, so let's get into some crypto. First of all, let me tell you, the Project Ohm should be paying me in Ohm to do these trips. This trip, 100%, in a 1-month experiment that I did starting on July 5th, paid for with about a third of my Ohm rewards during that time. And I don't carry credit cards with a high balance because on paper I don't work, even though I'm making more than I ever did when I worked. I didn't want to carry a whole bunch of cash. So I went into the bank, and I just did this video with the bank, experiences with the bank. So here I am as before I'm getting ready to go. And I'm sitting in the lobby, and I want this much money in this form, and I want this much money in cash. And then about a third of the way into it, about 30 seconds into it. So, and what's the money for? And I said, it's personal business. And I'm thinking, okay, here we go. And she's a young girl, and I know she's working off a script, so I kept that in mind as I was getting ready to respond to the questions that I knew were going to follow. I'm glad you liked the ghost story. That was fun, man. Now, that lady didn't like it. Well, I shit on her belief system and then asked her to share about it. Very faulty strategy on my part. Won't happen again. So anyway, then the bank manager kind of bumps into our conversation. Oh, so there's going to be a lot of people, getting happy, going to be happy next week. Are you paying some employees? And I just kind of looked at her and then went back to my phone. And then a third time and a fourth time. And so they were asking, and so, and then finally it was like, so what is the exact purpose of this? And I said, all right, and I'm gonna say it as close to how I said it in the bank. All right. Now, I know that this has to do with anti-money laundering and all this other stuff, but I know this isn't your fault, and I know that you're working off of a script, but what the hell's business is it of this bank, what I do with my money that I parked in your bank? And then I felt the manager kind of come back into the conversation as she approached me from the side. I guess that she was getting ready for me to get angry about this. And, oh, well, it's because it's not your... Right, doctor, it's none of your damn business. It's my fucking money. And so she's telling me, well, it's not your normal banking practices. And I'm like, well, let me ask you a question. When I deposited all that money, like a week and a half ago, was that within the normal, was that in the normal frame or the normal path of my banking practices? Well, no, sir. All right. Well, how come I didn't get emails or questions then? I said, you know what? I understand. And I understand it's an anti-money laundering thing, whatever. And I already know that this is going to be looked at because the money comes from Coinbase. And I'm prepared, and I'm not trying to avoid anything. But, well, we just need you to know that, since it's outside your normal banking habits, that once you take the money out and walk outside these doors, that we can't help you and we're not responsible anymore. And I'm thinking, no, I didn't think it. I said it. I said, I think I crossed that threshold when I signed the goddamn withdrawal form. So I'm done answering questions. Get me whatever paperwork I need to sign. We're done talking. Chit chat, have a nice day, all that shit. You can skip it all the way up till have a nice day. And that was the day before I was leaving. So I was a little pissed off. But again, it was a great trip. But the entire trip paid for with a handful of OHM rewards. And I didn't stay. I will tell you, I'm normally a pretty frugal guy, but I didn't stay at any Best Westerns this time. And I didn't eat at any McDonald's this time. All right, so let's do a little crypto since we're 13 minutes in. I saw this in the... I'm sorry, first of all. God, I hate being this guy. You guys give me a follow over on Twitter if you would, because I don't do a video all the time. But sometimes I overtweet like a mofo. Scotty P at 1063. If you're ever wondering when my birthday is, it's coming up. But XTK exploited again. And you can see it had a 65% drop earlier this morning when I was looking at it. I guess I need to put it on screen grab. I'm sorry. Even though it's kind of nice to look at bikinis. All right, so let's back this up. Splice here. So here's the XTK thing. Contract exploited. Sentinel vulnerabilities. Blah 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 blah. Happy happy joy joy. It's bounced back a little bit, and I hate it for my brothers and sisters that are back in this because it had a really nice couple of weeks, and then boom again. And I hate it for you, brothers. I hate it. Let's see what you guys are saying. Right? Yeah. None of your damn business. None of you. That's what I'm gonna do with it. No, Mercon, it was a new hack. Yep, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, fuck you. What else? Oh, I posted something about this last night, and I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Somebody brought this up in the stream yesterday, in Tyler's stream, about QFI, and I went and checked it out and saw this interaction. So I threw a little bit at it. It was having a good day already. So I didn't go in too far. But it's had we're on the daily. Here's the daily candles. I think, let's see. Yeah, I got in about right there. It was nice. I woke up this morning. It was up near close to $8. It's QFI, Q Finance. Pretty interesting project. And again, Alchemist liked them, so that was why I jumped in on it. And I didn't say anything about it really this morning because, you know, hey, what am I going to do? Tell you when it's right here? That's how people get shit on. But that might be one you want to take a look at. Why is TLOS rocketing? I don't know, my brother, but you always ask good questions, so I'd be an idiot not to look at it. What is it? Oh, tell us? I don't know, bro. I don't know anything about it. And I will tell you also, in my defense, I had also kind of unplugged a little bit from crypto prior to heading out on the trip. Part of it was due to I was getting ready for the trip, and again, yeah, part of it was about this chick. All of a sudden I look down and we've been talking for like 5 hours. It's like, all right, I gotta go. Y'all watch the fights last night? Blam!
Yes, science!
Oh, my goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. I don't know, man. Why is Telos doing what it's doing? I couldn't tell you. I haven't been following it. Let me get back over here to where you guys are. How do I feel about the ETH hack? I don't know about the ETH hack. To what are you referring, sir?
Now that you're going out into the world.
Uh-oh, I lost. Do we still have audio? I lost audio on my end. I think I lost. All right. So, do we still have audio? No sound. All right. Oh, it is back on now? Okay. All right. Well, I have no idea where it cut out. But I guess I don't need these anymore. There we go. All right. So, one thing that I know people been talking about the last couple of days. Make sure. One thing I know that people have been talking about the last couple of days has been gas prices. And as I went through the news just to see what was news, I think 9 out of the first 10 stories are about NFTs. And to the young lady to whom I'm speaking to about this, NFTs, that was your homework. Go to this page and read up on NFTs. And I guess it doesn't matter, but do you have, okay, do you also have the music, or is the music shot? I'll keep reading. But 9 out of the top 10 stories are all about NFTs. If you don't buy this NFT, we'll kill your dog. You want to know why gas prices are up so much? Well, there you go, my brothers, right there. There you go. It's all about NFTs. All about NFTs right now. It's that time, it looks like. No, I didn't hear about the ETH hack. In a protocol, or like what exactly? I guess I'm not aware of what's going on. Stop what, brother? I don't know where I'm at. I don't know to what you're referring. Let's see, what else? What else? Oh, I know when I lost the audio, when I played that fights. Okay, never mind, my bad. That's when I lost the audio. But yeah, if y'all have not watched the interview with Tyler, with Chico Crypto, y'all check it out. Like I said, I'm actually really proud of that one. And you get to see another side of Tyler that you don't get to see very often. Pretty proud of that one. Bug affected who didn't update their nodes. Oh, okay. Feels like FUD. I don't know. It could be just FUD. I don't know. Interesting stuff, though. So how many of y'all were on the Solana rise? I was not. But Solana, check them out, man. Cracking the top 10. Good for them. And good for any of y'all that were in it. Good for y'all. Good for y'all. Now, I don't really have that much that I wanted to talk about. So, other than a whole bunch of stuff I can't tell you about. But what do you guys want to talk about? Y'all got any? And if you want to ask me, have I looked at this coin or have I looked at that coin? The answer is no, I haven't. I haven't really been looking at any crypto stuff. I will tell you. I know where I was going to go back to. You know, we were talking about timing. When we come back over here to this XTK hack, you know, you always, and we've talked about this before, everything is about timing. I could tell you a whole lot of stories, but you know how I get off the trail sometimes. And without Kinsey here to rein me back in, I'll end up way over there. But it's all about timing. And when you talk about like the days and leading up till when I was leaving, before that interaction at the bank, I had turned into a guy I don't like to be, and that's a guy that was watching the prices the whole time. Because it's a challenge, dude. I'm earning this many ohm a day. Here's the price of ohm. You know, do I go up? If it goes down, at least I got more. So what do I want? Do I want more? Do I want a higher price? I want both. And so I was watching and playing the role of that guy for a while. But then, you know, and Dr. Ed and I have spoken briefly about this over the past couple of months. It's like, all right, so not that I want to say is enough, but at what point do I start taking some of this off of the table? Because, hey, what if something like this were to happen to Ohm? Now, I'm way in the profits already and bought and paid for a whole lot of incredible memories over the last couple of weeks. However, how do I feel about basically gambling that much? Again, it's all about timing. So what if something like this were to happen to Olympus, right? And so it's a scary proposition on what do you do? And so don't ever apologize when you take profits. Always put some of those profits into you, and always remember to live, and always remember to have something to show for your memories. But, for your profits, something tangible in your real life. But at what point do you start taking some of that off the table and redeploying it over here, and or redeploying it over there, or retasking those satellites? It's always a shuffling. It's always a shuffling job, and it's hard sometimes for us to realize that sometimes the best move is no move. Like, for instance, for the last 40 days, to leave that stuff in Ohm and just leave it staking and not touch it. You know, you don't always have to be in a move. You don't always have to be in a trade. And I've used the example before, but you know, if you've ever been out by the lake or been out by the beach and you built a fire, and then there's always one guy who's got a stick, and he's always over there poking the fire, stoking the embers with that stick. And it's not a poker, it's a fuck stick, and he's over there just always fucking with the fire. You know that guy. You can't even sit down and have a beer. It's like, yeah, I gotta go fuck with the fire. Don't be that kind of trader, man. Don't be a fuck stick trader. You don't always gotta be in a move. And I think of the meme that I saw a couple of months ago. I think it puts it all into perspective. And it says, hey, maybe the grass is greener over there because you're not over there fucking shit up. Think about that for a second and let it sink in. But finding that balance, finding that right timing, that's the hard part. You're not always going to sell at the top. You're not always going to buy at the bottom. You're not always going to make the right move. You're not always going to say the right thing. You're not always going to do the right thing. You're going to fall and scrape your knees sometime. I hate it for those that made it through the bear market to get to these days, and sometimes because of some fuck stick trading, just trading to be trading and making moves, unnecessary gambles and this and that, and then miss the bull run. Oh God, it hurts my heart for you, my brothers. It hurts my heart. So timing, man. Always know what's around the next corner. At least have an eye around the corner so you can see as far in the distance as you can. That's all I can say. Oh, all right. Let me come back over here and see what you guys. We got the display capture on. See what you guys are talking about. TLM getting ready for launch. Man, I'm hungry too. What are you having for launch? For launch, I reckon. TLM. What is TLM? Alien Worlds? Was this a game? Hey, good luck to you, man. There seems to be a run on these gaming plays. It's not my cup of tea, but brother, I hope you make all kinds of money on it. Still holding Ren, good for you. Yeah, I missed out on Sol too. And only about 7 or 8 million people reminded me, dude, get a moon bag of Solano, and I never did. They already made a hot fix. I don't know what a hot fix is, but it sounds interesting. Still holding Ren. Have you looked into the Ohm Fuse abracadabra pools? All right, let me tell you, Uncle Ed, where the hell did that come from? Let me tell you here something, Dr. Ed. I was thinking about writing you a message. some time over the last couple of weeks because it was something I was considering, and I did go as far as locking some up. I got step one. I did this. I did that, and then I never could see the where to click on how to take out the self-paying loan. And I do know that the loan percentages the loan value versus the collateral you're locking up was pretty low, but it looked like it would be paid back in about 20 days. But I never could find the button to finish the sentence. So I just went ahead and took it all back out. Yeah, the hardest part is knowing. So I went as far, man. I got dressed and I went all the way up to the door and I didn't knock on the door. So I tried. Take all my own principal out and just riding on profits. Yeah, I've been doing it the other way. Hidden disclaimer: I've just been scraping off rewards, and on a couple of wallets that I am a custodian for, I've been doing the same thing with. I will tell you, man. Wait, Kilma, don't sleep on this. Is Kilma that's Kilt, the polka dot one? Kilma? What's Kilma? You know what? I think I'm going to miss out on Kilma. Well, CoinGecko is. Tell Coin Thoughts. Yeah, I don't know, Ninja Grasshopper. Somebody asked me earlier on Telos, and I'm not the guy, man. I'm just not the guy. I never got into it for whatever reason. It never really gave me a warm and it never really gave me a warm and fuzzy. So I never did anything with it. I haven't done it. If you need to add additional risk. Oh, Kilma, partner of Ohm. Now, I heard somebody, or I read something that somebody sent me. Everything's a blur recently, but Kilma is the one where we might be getting an airdrop for Ohm tokens that you own. I don't know if that holds true for Ohm, the staked version, or if we have to take them out and then do the snapshot and then put them back in. I don't know. Interesting. All right. Well, you see there, I'm back in crypto. Somebody sent me a message on this. But I've been basically doing stuff with the Ohm rewards. Now, one of the things that I've done, y'all knew about the experiment that I did with 4 of my favorite tipped employees. Now that number of people has now grown to 6, and this is why the Olympus DAO project ought to be shipping me some Ohm. But when I go out, and I told you earlier, I kind of shifted what I wanted to do as far as looking for those bright beacons that are spirits out in the sea of humanity. That when I was in Chico, when I checked in, there's a very attractive older night audit clerk, but not nothing in a sexual sense, but really, just very attractive, but very, very sweet. And the next couple nights when I came in from Tyler, we had a couple of minutes to share and gave her some shirts. And, her being from the Chico area, I had to get back one of the shirts that I'd given Tyler the day before. The day I need to give it to this girl because she's from the area. And she said, yeah, I'll work graveyard tomorrow. So, EWT, poor thing. I'm going to come back and catch up on your comments here in a second. But, and so the next night, I went down and I said, look, hey, you're working all night and I leave first thing in the morning, so I ain't here to hit on you and see if we can run away together, but you've just got, there's this something that, inside you that's jumping out and saying, hey, here I am. You need to meet me. You need to know me. And so here I am. I want to meet you and know you. So we ended up getting to talk for a couple of hours. And what a great person. What a great spirit. And I got to do one of those things that I like to do as part of whenever I set up somebody in my Johnny Apple Ohm seed, when I'm in that mode. I like to ask because, we've all been there, and it's just like, hey, because I know what front desk clerks, I know what night audit clerks make, I know what waitresses make, I know what bartenders make. Good. And so I like to ask the magic question, because we've all been at this point in our lives before where we go, all right, you know what, man? Because we've all thought this. If I just had X amount of dollars more a month, not all my problems would be solved, but damn, a good lick of them would sure be reduced. Because we've all been there, and just ask, hey, what's that magic number for you? And for me, I've always found that when I'm able to play Johnny Apple Ohm seed with these guys, that 8 is the magic number, because it produces, if they only sold rewards, it produces about $1,000 a month. And so when somebody goes, yeah, if I just had another $300 a month or another $500 a month to be able to do something for somebody else that costs me nothing, except, okay, taxes and opportunity costs, but it costs me nothing to be able to make, told you, to be able to make a difference in somebody's lives on a real basis, and introduce them to crypto. Because guess what? To be able to make this change, you got to learn how to use this crypto. To be able to make that kind of change in somebody's life and introduce them to crypto. And it cost me nothing but taxes and opportunity costs. Man, I found an answer to that question that young girl asked me 3 years ago. What is that? What is that underlying message that you want to be the mantra of these road trips? And there's an old movie back from when I was growing up, old made-for-TV movie called Brian's Song. It's based on a book by Gail Sayers. And it's called I Am Third. And it says God is first, others are second, and I am third. Now, to make things easy for those of you that are raring up to go, there is no such thing as God, and blah, 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 blah. I tell you what, less effort. Why don't you just go, you know what, I don't believe in God, so I'll just default to number 2. Others first, me second. And when I shifted gears like that, it allowed me to see much more of what's out there on a personal level. So anyway, there, back to crypto. Let me jump back into your question. Sorry, I told you. I'm still emotionally unpacking this trip. Yeah, it's going to be held on Alchemist. Kilma LBP is on the 4th. I don't know what that means. Share. Kilma LBP is on, okay. Oh, Snapshot? It's going to be held on Alchemist Copper. That's already happened. It's its own thing. I'm mad about. Oh, okay. So let's jump back into this. Because somebody mentioned Energy Web token and Energy Web not being able to catch a break. And oh yeah, what the hell? They can't catch a break. Oh, my nose itches. For those that you don't know, and I just found out, the Liquid Exchange got hacked, and part of that hack was some Energy Web tokens, and he's a dumping. What is the Energy Web price right now? Because I sold some the other day. Oh, yeah, man. All right, so I'm sorry for those that you got dumped on. For me, I'm going to go back in and buy some. Damn it, I love it when a plan comes together. All right, for those of you that lost money on that, man, I hate it for you, my brother. But yeah, when somebody told me about the hack, I dumped out then. Kilma had their pre-sale last week. If you sent oh, I didn't. Still like Susu? Man, I gotta tell you, Sheer, I never really knew much about Susu. Sheer, I've got Susu, and I'm doing the liquidity pool, and I'm doing the staking, and I have no freaking idea what it is that I've got, but I'm still doing the liquidity pool, and I'm still doing the staking. So, Sheer, Susu, CC. The liquid hack happened a couple of weeks ago, but he just... Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, and it might have been you, Hidden Disclaimer, who sent me the message on Telegram. If it was, thank you, my brother or sister, since you're hidden. And there's no disclaimers, we don't know. But it said, hey, this hack happened, and there's some activity on this wallet. So, and I want to say that was you that sent me the message in Telegram. So thank you, brother. I took a look at it, and on the next leg up, I dumped out at least what I had that is still on the ETH chain. Been quiet the past couple of days, but he dumped the price back down to $8. All right. So we know where his pain threshold is, down to $8. And he's got how much? I think I saw somebody posting here. Oh, Haynes, I need to come back to your question. Oh, he's still got 400,000 Energy Web to dump, and he dumped it down in the $8 range with only a 20,000. Oh, hell yeah. All right, guys, there you go. Price alert, Energy Web token, $8, I think is a good buy zone. Not financial advice. Let's see what Energy Web says. Magic 8 Ball says, ooh, the Energy Web may not come down to $8. Interesting.
Yes, science! Yes, science!
Now that you're going out into the world,
I just did the wrong one again, I think. All right, so Magic 8 Ball says that Energy Web's not coming back down to $8. Science says no. Scotty says yeah. We already know where his pain threshold is. He'll dump it back down, I believe. Looks like the Polychain hack happened about the same time and got all the press. Yeah, these hacks. Oh, it was you. Thank you, Hidden Disclosure. Dr. Ed, he says up here he's still got another 400K left to dump. Any thoughts on Gollum? It's one of those class of 2017 projects that's still alive. It never gave me a warm and fuzzy, my brother. I never snuggled up with it. I never did. Still, Energy Web is under $11. But if we can get it under $9, that's better. And he's still got a pocket full left. So who knows? All right. Well, let's see. Let's see. And I'm sorry about this, guys. I've been on haven't been on here in a while. Oh, all right. There we go. So, no, you know what you do. Need altcoin matters in here. We've been on for 46 minutes here. Haynes, my understanding is it is not, staking is not live yet on Energy Web. Hidden disclaimer said no Energy Web staking until Christmas time. Interesting. So if there's any other, altcoins that you guys want to talk about, oh, hang on, let me. Let me give you the update. Let me give you the update on these mofos. Okay, so first of all, GraviX Exchange still sucks dicks. This just in, GraviX still sucks. Pirate Chain never did call them out in public. However, GraviX has unlisted Pirate Chain. And the trading pairs disappeared, which is okay, except I had a limit order set in there, and while it still shows them in my account, it doesn't show that I can withdraw them. And then, as one would figure, also can't do a withdrawal. God, I'll be glad. But let's do some altcoins if you guys are interested. Let's do some altcoins matter, and then we'll try to close out of here. How much needed for staking? I don't know, my brother. Hidden disclaimer seems to be the guy with all the answers. Yeah, they are still testing. Apparently, there's a hack reward of 1,000 EWT if you can hack the staking system. And see, they always wonder why there's so many black hat hackers. That's because they don't pay the white hat hackers very much money to help. It is more profitable. Only thing to keep people in line is ethos. But are there any tokens that you want us to take a look at over the next couple of whatevs, over the next couple of days, for us to run by on the scientific litmus test? See what you guys are talking about. Okay, looks like yeah, thank you again so much. Is Kinsey still in here? Kinsey, if you're still in here, my brother, you've been talking in code that almost has an appearance of English lately, but it's all this mystique and hidden meanings and such. On your Twitter post, what the hell? All right, while y'all are waiting on the 20-second delay, let me see what I've got in here. Yeah, I've got one more thing to share, but it's not the time. I gotta let it, because I've got an idea, and it's a good idea. It's one of those ideas. But it's not fully hatched. And, some of the people we're talking to need to show stuff to lawyers and number crunchers and agents and this and that. And, you know, I'm like, hey, here's what we want to do. Okay, we need spreadsheets, you know. Not really spreadsheets, I'm exaggerating the point, but whew. It's more involved, this this mascot adopting. It's more involved than I thought it was. You know what? Hidden disclaimer. I keep seeing Mover all over the place. I keep seeing Mover talked about all over the place. Oh, Moon River. Oh, well, yeah. See, that's what happens when you take some days off. Man, yeah, that's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Hell yeah. That's fun. I own some and I didn't even know what the ticker was. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. How awesome. Hey Malcolm, how are you? I'm constantly asking, what did crypto say when I received the tweet? By the way, Scotty looks like you had a good trip. Oh, I did, my brother. I really did. Hey Scotty, I am constantly asking, what did crypto culture say when I received the tweet? Yeah, my brother, it was an incredible trip. It was 10 of the best days that I've ever had in my entire life. From, like I said, from the chip to the time with Tyler, to jumping out of the planes, to wandering around in the mountains and riding horseback way up in the hills. And yeah, it was 10 days of those kind of moments, man. It was incredible. I get his Twitter. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It took me a second. All right, so Scotty, I'm constantly asking, what did you do? All right, I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable when I was reading your message. Yeah, like today I'm going, he posted something on Twitter, and I'm going, wait a minute, what? Hang on, let me... Yeah, I'm reading his Twitter and I'm going, I don't get it. I'm trying to figure out secret code and double entendres and I'm going, I just don't get him. I just don't get him. Well, I mean, I get him. I didn't get his tweet. But yeah, he's been posting in Sanskrit lately. So if we don't have any, I bought a pretty good size bag of CFG, waiting for it to really take off. Hidden disclaimer, man, we swim in a lot of the same puddles. It appears. Yeah, I bought some pre-launch, which are the ones that I paid the most for. Damn it! And then I bought some. Then I bought some post-launch, and I really DCA'd. But also now the main thing that I'm doing is every 3 days or once a week, I'm taking my NFY rewards. Less often now because of the gas price spike. But I was taking my NFY rewards, and I was selling them, and I was selling them for CFG. I was loading up on Centrifuge, and I know there's a cost involved, but basically they're free. NFY's been, it's been a 300x paid for, cashed out situation for 3 or 4 months. So now any incremental income that comes from that, I've just been stacking Centrifuge basically for free. Yeah, I think that's gonna take off. again, when you start talking about, like Tyler said yesterday in his stream, we're talking about the tokenization of everything. So I started thinking about it. Because in the stream where I showed you the RV that I'm considering, or actually in this case the brand, one of the guys in the comments, and I gotta go back and look and see who it was. He works at an RV dealership, and they carry that brand on their floor. And so I thought, it would be really cool if I could pay for it in Ethereum. Make an NFT out of the RV. And I said, all right, now you're just being silly. But wouldn't that be cool? All right. I'm a nerd. Moon River is definitely one to watch. I just didn't even I didn't even know the ticker for something I already owned. Bought a CFG, waiting for CFG to rocket like Mover too. Yeah. Hey, and another one, you guys. Again, not financial advice, but one that you ought to keep an eye on is this Q Finance. Obviously, don't go buying the tops. It's been out for a little over 24 hours now. Oh no, we're on day 3. So don't be green candle guy. Don't be buying tippy tops. But that's another one that you ought to look into. DYOR, not financial advice. Well, guys, we are at 58 minutes. And I didn't have as much content. Quite frankly, I didn't have any content. So, I believe, unless y'all got something pressing, and I'll give you a couple of minutes, we'll do a fade out. And again, I'm pretty proud of this one. I won't play the whole thing unless you guys are still around, but give you guys a couple of minutes if there's any tokens that you want to talk about.
Now that you're going out into the world, there's something you should know. You see that?
Yeah?
That's shit.
And I don't know if this is pointing.
And this, Shinola.
Shit. Shinola.
Son, you're gonna be all right.
Morons. I've got morons on my team.
No, I don't want you behind me. I want to see your ass. This whole ride.
Worked all week, I just wanna have fun, so I call up the crew and get it done. We don't back down, no sir, we don't run. You can kiss our ass if you want our guns. A fine Southern Belle on my passenger side and a couple of cases.
Well, we love you much, man. You guys take care. Sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, unicorns, and altcoin questions.
Whatever I done, don't strike me blind for another couple of minutes.
Sheer. I'm doing both, brother. I'm doing both. QFI and EcoFi. Not financial advice. I did more at EcoFi.
I swear to God, the whole boss stood still. She had them cowboy boots, Daisy Dukes, the rebel Dixie smile. Kind of girl your mama wants you about, but can't you swag and make a grown man cry. She's the kind of girl that'll blow your mind, the kind of girl that'll ride shotgun all night.
All right, my brothers, I'm gonna head out and go get on with life. I hope that you guys do as well. Much love, and I promise next stream I'll be a little more in gear. And thanks for all you guys that popped in.
Thank you, Doctor.
And we'll talk at you next time.